Hey everyone, today we're making this delicious cherry tomato and hummus toast with pesto, and I think you're really gonna love it. This is a wine pairing recipe. I'm gonna get to all that, but I also have some great storage tips for you, so be sure to stay tuned to the end because I'm gonna share those along the way. So let's get started. So the first thing we have is our cherry tomatoes. We're gonna add those to our cast iron skillet with a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna sear those cherry tomatoes over a medium heat until they're just nice and charred. And speaking of which, here's your first storage tip. So cherry tomatoes, boom. Cherry tomatoes, like most tomatoes, are best stored outside of the refrigerator. You want to store them in a cool place, not in direct light. They'll keep for about 10 days stored that way. If for some reason the temperature at your house doesn't work for that and you have to put them in the fridge, I recommend enjoying cherry tomatoes within 3 days if you are refrigerating them, because the texture will change past that 3-day mark. So that's how you store cherry tomatoes. So I want to let you guys know this recipe is brought to you by SUCES certified. So pretty much if you're drinking sustainable California wines, SUCES certified is a big part of that. I recommend checking out their website that you can find all the great wineries in California that have wonderful sustainable wines to choose from, like this one here that we're enjoying with the toast. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is toast your bread. I recommend a nice hearty, nutty bread that's filled with seeds. It just goes really, really well with this recipe, with the charred tomatoes, with the hummus, and the wine that we're using, because we're using a Syrah. And I'm going to talk to you about how to properly freeze bread in a really convenient way. So if you don't go through bread fast enough like I do, you can freeze it in a way that makes it really easy just to pop off a slice or two, because once you put it in the freezer, that loaf's going to stick together. So what you want to do is lay the bread down flat so the slices have less contact, then wrap that in tin foil, pop it in the freezer. It makes it really easy just to pop off a slice as you need it, and boom, pop it in the toaster. There you go. You can have a slice of bread as you want it, super easy. So this recipe, we're actually going to be pairing it with a Syrah. Let's get this popped over here. The Syrah is just really beautiful. You know, this recipe pairs so well with the Syrah because of the flavor profile found in this wine. Okay, so now we have our toasted bread. Let's start assembling this cherry tomato and hummus toast. So take the BEET hummus and spread that across both pieces of toast. Now, you can find BEET hummus in the store. I also have a really great recipe for BEET hummus. You can check that one out too. Add those delicious charred cherry tomatoes to the top of it. And now we're gonna just drizzle some pesto over the top of both pieces of toast, and then just finish it off with a little bit of creme fraiche. So as I mentioned, this recipe was designed to pair with a great Syrah. Syrah, also sometimes called Shiraz, is typically smoky. It has black fruit and pepper. It's just a really, really bold red wine, and it's really, really lovely, and it goes so well with this toast. But hey, you know what? Like, tell me what some of your favorite varietals are. Do you like Syrah, Pinot, what are they? Just top it off with the chopped parsley, pour yourself a glass of this Syrah, or any Syrah really, and you're good to go. So here's the thing about parsley. Here's a little bit of tip about parsley. So if you ever wondered what the difference is between curly parsley and flat leaf parsley, curly parsley is really just decoration. So you chop that up, add it on top. It's really just to add a little bit of a finish to whatever recipe that you're making. Flat leaf parsley, also known as Italian parsley, that's what you would actually use in a recipe. So if you're making tabbouleh or you wanted to make a parsley tea, that's where you would use a flat leaf parsley. So I know we're drinking red here, but do you want to know how to quickly chill a bottle of white wine? Okay, well, stay tuned. Here's what you do. Take that bottle of wine, wrap it in a wet paper towel, and pop it in the freezer. That's gonna really just cool it down even faster than if you just put it in there on its own. That paper towel, that wet paper towel really helps. Doing that, it'll be chilled and ready to drink in just 20 minutes. How great is that? There you have this recipe. Let me know what you think of it. So you got your toast, you got your glass of wine. I hope you like this recipe. I'll see you guys next time.